Shout out my dog, man, Keyshawn Davis, out of my backyard, Norfolk, Virginia, stand up for sure. But you have to take your hat off to Nahir Albright in this fight because he was able to make Keyshawn not look spectacular. Let's talk about it. What up, YouTube? Big T Heavy Bad Boxing TV, man. Get your goof ass in here. Hit the bag. Hit that like button for your boy that helps the channel. You know I appreciate that love. Shout out my gang, man. D1 Merger, 1ML, 21 Skinny, JT Black Jesus, my guy Troy Jack, He1 Rebel Life, Letitia YK World, Martin King, my guy Tyrese Celestine. Big shout out to Sean the Don, Punch Drunk 412. I see y'all. Nahir Albright didn't come to lay down, and had a lot of scrap in him, a lot of fight in him, and I think he did a great job of not allowing Keyshawn Davis to look spectacular. This wasn't the performance that we was expecting from Keyshawn Davis, but again, at only 10-0 now, it's a step up in competition. Nahir Albright was a step up in competition, and mind you, for the most part, I thought this was a really easy fight to score for Keyshawn Davis, but Albright did have certain spots of success, and he did a lot to. He did a great job of negating some of the work from Keyshawn Davis throughout this fight. Right? He made it extremely difficult for Keyshawn to look spectacular or set up that one shot that could have gotten or really hurt Nahir Albright and got him out of there. Right? So you have to give Albright a ton of credit. And I said that coming into this fight that if Keyshawn wanted to win this fight in spectacular fashion, he would have to systematically break Albright down, which I believe he just wasn't able to do. And that just, again, you got to give Albright a lot of credit for coming into this fight in great shape and great conditioning, and defensively buttoned up, defensively sound, and being defensively responsible in this fight. And it was a point in this fight at the very end of round 8 where he garnered some respect from Keyshawn. And it might not even been from Keyshawn, but most definitely the corner of Keyshawn. I'm not sure if Bomac or someone had some advice for Keyshawn going back into that corner the end of the 8th round, because he decided to take the 9th and the 10th round and kind of cruise to the victory he knew he had already won. But it was this shot right here. I want to show y'all real quick. It was this shot right here. This right hand. Boom. Oh my gosh, goodness gracious. This is the best shot I've ever seen my boy take. And it was a blind overhand right from Albright, who was in trouble. Now, mind you, before this shot, Keyshawn had landed a right hand of his own where I thought he felt he had Albright in some serious trouble. And Albright, instead of folding up, decided to fight back and let this blind right hand go, and it just landed on the money for Keyshawn. And at that point, Keyshawn, I know the corner of Keyshawn was like, all right, hold up, dog. You know, you winning this fight. We can't have you coming in here getting reckless and allowing him to land shots like that could potentially change the course of this fight, because again, at the 8th, it was already over. I felt like it was a wash. Maybe you give Albright the very first round, depending on if you like the decent body shot he landed, because it was more of a filler round, fill him out round. So, you know, but that end of that 8th round with that shot right there, let me let y'all see it one more time. I gotta show it, because you know you'll see Keyshawn take these kind of shots, and I'm talking about it yanked them all the way back. And I know the corner was like, oh shit, hold up. We ain't sign up for that. Keyshawn don't be taking them kind of shots. And so, you know, that prompted Keyshawn to kind of coast out the 9th and the 10th round on his way to, I feel, what was a pretty easy fight to score in the favor of Keyshawn Davis. But again, you got to give Albright a lot of credit. He didn't come to lay down, didn't come to lose. This was a fight where, Keyshawn just had more skills. The skill level was apparent. All right. But he did a great job of not allowing Keyshawn Davis, of course, to get the knockout and look spectacular, in doing so. He put up just enough resistance, just enough defense, and most definitely just enough offense to have Keyshawn basically have to win this fight in a technical manner, and that looked great doing so. But great performance from Keyshawn Davis at the end of the day. Now, I know him. He's tough on it. I know for him, he's tough on himself, and he probably didn't feel like this was his greatest performance. Again, as he tweeted out, that he will continue to get better. Now, a lot of people are going to see this fight and feel like, hey, Albright he's on to something, and may even want to test Keyshawn Davis moving forward. Now, after 10 fights for Keyshawn Davis, 10 tough fights, I will put his first 10 fights against anybody's favorite fighter first 10 fights, and it's a landslide from the competition that Keyshawn has seen through 10 fights. Now, given this performance against Albright, I know a lot of people are going to feel like he's not ready for certain fighters. But I think you're not giving Albright enough credit, right? Albright's tough for any of these guys, at the end of the day. Moving forward, he spoke about a potential Pedraza match for December the 9th. He actually said, tweeting out that he would see us December the 9th. Hopefully that's a fight that they can get done. But I would like to see him in there against these other top prospects. I do want to see that Andy Cruz fight. I do want to see that Kid Austin, that Floyd Schofield fight. I do want to see that Frank Martin fight. I know now, given this performance from Keyshawn Davis, there's going to be a lot of doubt that he'll have success versus these guys, but only one, time will tell. I think if he does have a great outing versus Pedraza, I'm not sure if that fight gets done. But if that is next for Keyshawn, I think that's great. I think it's time for him to start, fighting these former world champions. Take the leash off the boy. Let him go. 10-0 now. Sky's the limit for Keyshawn. And I think, it's time to start, putting together these big fights for Keyshawn. They asked Bomac in the interview where does he see Keyshawn a year from now, and he says he sees him with a belt. With the whole landscape of 135, more than likely those belts will be dispersed, and I don't see why Keyshawn won't have a belt in a year from now. But we'll see, man. Again, I know there's a lot of people, a lot of doubters, a lot of non-believers, especially after this performance from Keyshawn versus Albright. But we shall see. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section, man. That's all I got for y'all on this one. Big T.O. Heavy Bag. Talk to him, Roger.
Most motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing.